In this video, we are going to see how we can have a randomization for our crowd in simple way using our CrowdX. Hi everyone, this is Dyson. Welcome back. We're gonna see CrowdX new version in depth. As you can see, we have our character using FX character import, and we have this helix. You see, and we're gonna guide our crowd using CrowdX with this helix. As you can see, if I create this crowd in here, we have this symbol on our helix. So now we are good to go to create our agent from rig using these two nodes, the skeleton and our shape. And now, as you can see, I will load our animation. We have two animation from Miximo. This is all Miximo character. You see, we have this animation, and this is cool, straightforward, and this is our agent number. You see, I love it. So now we have our crowd. Let me quickly create this shape using sweep node, and as you can see, we have that, and we can connect this helix and have some extrude. This is modeling stuff, that's why I am speed up this process, as you can see. And yeah, I'm just having some bevel and some transition for our crowd, for example, and I want this crowd, it's looking at the center, and we can control the heading using this parameter and or using our velocity. You see, we can create velocity vector using point velocity on our helix. You see, now we have our velocity and the crowd each looking at that velocity. So now is good time to create a vex code using ChatGPT for our look at velocity. So I ask him to give me a vex code to guide the velocity towards a point target. And you see, it's not working because it's give me orient at the end, orient attribute. So you can go back and forth, and you can tell him I want only the velocity. Okay, and now he understand that, and we can finally using this blend, and you see, we can have our velocity target to this point. You see, wow, this is the good technology we can embrace to have in our workflow. You see, now we have our crowd looking at that point, and we can have some randomization for the clip runtime. And as you can see in this simulation, I will not create a DOP network or simulate the network. I will use only this pre-built animation, as you can see, by agent clip. And this is our crowd. You see? So now we have our crowd. Let's create some color variation to it. And as you can see now in new version, we have this dev look tab. As you can see, we have this color tab. You can have one or multiple one, and you can have this crowd ID. This is generated by the first node, and you can have multiple agent filter, as you can see, and you can have this ramp distributed to our crowd. So now we need to create this color only to the part of the agent. So we need a name attribute. So I will create name node, and I will name it a chest, for example, and I will select the group only for chest agent. You see, you can select any part here. And now guess what, in section you can have this chest. So wow, that's awesome. You see, this is the packed agent, guys. This is not unpack agent, and from now on you can carry on your simulation. This is, you see, this is packed agent. This is very cool to have, and thanks to material style sheet pre-built inside our CrowdX. And as you can see, I will remove that for now, and I will reuse this ramp, but I need this point order of helix, so I will create point ID integer, and I will create @ptnum. I will store the point number to it, and I will transfer this point number to our crowd. You see, I'm just only transferring these attributes so I can use it for color distribution. So now guess what? The ID is here, and boom, you see, now we have cleaner distribution of this ramp, and you can have any color you want. This is very cool, and this is the flexibility of Houdini and CrowdX. You see, love it. And of course, we can have that in chess. You see, you will have something like that. In CrowdX, we have another one. You see, let's say we have our crowd in here, and let's create another crowd for dev look, and we have this amazing projection option. You can select your logo or your picture, and I always recommend to have your crowd in circle mode to see your picture. So now, as you can see, we have that. So we have some issue. We can solve that with this number per material. You see, you can update that, and boom, this window is a display option. You can have that with the key on keyboard on viewport, and as you can see, the problem is solved, and you can have scale texture in here. You see, this is very awesome, and you can have a very creative thing with it. You see, this is our logo, and after that, guess what? You can have your simulation too. You see? So now we're gonna use this color in our Solaris. You see, in our CrowdX new version, you can dive in with DevLook activated, and you can see your crowd in this Solaris internal workflow. As you can see, this Python will transfer the material style sheet to our primvar color, and we're gonna import that using this primvar reader. And as you can see, I added this mix note for you to mix your character with it, with your texture. And as you can see, you can load your texture, and you can have all these changes in your Solaris using fetch node. For example, let me go to, for example, this Solaris workflow, and you see, let me delete that, and now let's create fetch node, and you can go back and copy that with Control C, and I will paste it in here. You see, paste, and you see all the crowd now here. And from now on, you have your freedom. You can build any scene you want, you see? And this is the flexibility we're seeking in our tools, honestly. This is not some preset tools that prison you and you cannot do anything with it. You see, I'm doing this scene, and after 3 hours, so I did that with lighting, and yeah, it's up to you. And this animation, for example, some variation of clip, and we have something like that, you see. So with that, see you in the next one. Have a good day. Goodbye.